to kick it away first. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. It is a game of field position, and after a return like that, man, are they set up. Now on the move. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Moves the pocket. It's Chambliss. Right side, it's Jackson. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Rebels. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Ole Miss 7, Michigan 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Michigan. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the 2nd level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. The give to the fullback. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. And the Rebels have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Sticks it in his belly. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fella.
Here comes the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snaps on 4th down. Makes a catch. 1st down and maybe a lot more. He's loose. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it with a flare, a 77-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. The give. Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They give it to him again, and he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Making the adjustment. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Moving out to the right. The throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. Back to throw, it's Chambliss. Pulls it in, it's Johnson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. 1st and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Fresh set of downs going up top. Going downfield for the big play. Upstairs, he's got it. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Give to the big fullback. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
Move to his right. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Rebels. Snagged it in the end zone and put points on the board.
Man, making a statement early in this football game. I'm open. Get it to me. He's already got 2 tutties on the game. Nice job making his presence felt early in this football game.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quarterback changing the play. Throwing, Underwood. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. It's caught downfield. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Oh, pressure's coming. And they got it.
That is a big man in the middle of this 3-4 defense. Over 300 pounds. Look at him just completely cave in the center, right back into the QB.
They'll give it to Hardy. Powers through the defender. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Here's Underwood to throw. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Hauls it in down the sideline. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on his body.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Off the left side, it's Hardy. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. A shot toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on the defense, declined, and the touchdown stands. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Scanning the field, it's Chambliss. Picked off, what a play to set him up. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pulls it in, it's Hardy. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill.
A shot toward the end zone. Caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Michigan.
As quarterbacks, you want to find your best matchup in these critical 4th downs. He found it and took a shot, and it paid off. Huge touchdown.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Turns it upfield. Still running at the 40. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The corners are walked up tight. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Unloads to the wide out. Out wide left, it's Moore. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. New set of downs after the completion. Lost to throw on first. Caught by Wilson. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do out once he has it.
2nd down, gonna throw it. Left side, it's Davis. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Give to the fullback. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Rush right in his face. Has to throw it away on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
And as they come to the line of scrimmage, they're passing on the field goal. But look, worst case scenario, you don't get it here, they're backed up in their own end. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Underwood on the play action. Buying a little time to his left. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking downfield, it's Chambliss. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
From the gun, it's Allen. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
That is great job by this defense coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Hold on, it's Hardy. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Underwood. Back's got it on the screen. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Wolverines want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo.
Going long. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll need a bunch on second down. Quarterback signaling to his guy. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Rushes on. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. And they take it in for 6 more points. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. The give to Hardy. Turning it on. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be manning up.
Makes the grab in their space. The tag, and he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense.
He's on the loose. Just barely able to keep him from pouncing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. Great place to start for this offense. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second and long here. They'll go to the air. Out wide right, it's Hardy. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. He wants to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Bama! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Out wide left, it's Wilson. He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Left side, it's Johnson. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Long way to go on second down. Here's Underwood to throw. Look out! Lost one deep down the right side. Goes high to pull it in. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
The Wolverines trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll send the back in motion. On the move. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with fourth and goal. Fourth down coming right on the doorstep. Any thought to kicking this one?
No thought whatsoever. Absolutely none. We got to go for this.
Wait, yes or no?
No, absolutely not. Yes, there's no thought to it.
Here's Hardy. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short.
Now, what a great job by this defense. Never giving up, man. Gave up some yards, get inside their own 1 on fourth and goal. And what did they do a good job of? Getting pushed, man. The big boys getting in the backfield, getting penetration, not letting a hole even open up, and they get the big fourth down stop.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Sees a crease. Enough to move the chains. He's into the open down the middle. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the... and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Hits inside, it's Hardy. There he goes! The 50, the 30, the 20. He's at the... and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Wolverines. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, doesn't he? Makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
He is stopped short, and this defense holds on to this slim 2-point lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. To the air, it's Bailey. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back.
And this defense comes up with a... And not just the break on the ball, the catch, nice hands in the INT, but taking it almost all the way back for a touchdown, and this offense licking their chops on the 1-yard line, ready to punch this in.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's first and goal. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Man, you got to give credit to this defense. In the sudden change situation, they've barely had a chance to even blink. Just a second ago, they were on the sidelines. All of a sudden, there's a turnover. They got to take the field. They're on their own goal line, and a phenomenal job getting lined up, communicating, and making sure that that pass play fell incomplete.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw them. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. And he's in! Touchdown, Wolverines! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Flush to the left. He's got it for the two-point conversion. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And more importantly, we've got an early barn burner as both teams have come out firing, as you'll see on the stats. If you like offense, this second quarter is probably going to be a game for you. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Here's a give to Hardy. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And that puts him directly at 100 rushing for the day. He's shown you a little bit of everything, right? Shown you the speed, shown you the quickness, the ability to break tackles, and obviously some durability to now get up to 100 yards on the day.
Right back to it. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah,
It's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with a 27-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the foot.
Makes the catch and he's free. The 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Underwood in the gun on 3rd down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here.
These guys, look at this. Surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Underwood. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Hardy.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Handoff again. He's stopped, and he's got enough to move the chain.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
The Wolverines back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Moves to his right. On the move, he fires. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Run in the red zone. It's Hardy. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting 1st downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
On 1st down, it's Hardy again. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They'll run it with Hardy. Touchdown, Michigan! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. And now we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
First play of this drive comes from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Second down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Offense set on first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Right side, it's Johnson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And the defense hasn't made many plays today, but who can make those plays late? And this place got really, really quiet just now. They made the big play. They forced the INT, and now a chance to build on this lead.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. Right down the gut of the field. All the way. Touchdown, Michigan.
I got to tell you, this offense has done some really good things here in this first half, and that was so critical. Scoring on their last possession of the half, they're padding their lead, and they've put so much pressure now on the opponent.
And he puts through the extra point. The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be... Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Past the 10. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Russell. Hit as he throws. Hauls it in. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The transition of Alabama quarterbacks over the years has been fascinating, from the dreaded game manager label to playmaker.
To playmaker, to spread it out, to Heisman winner. I mean, that's how much this offense has changed and evolved, and they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to score points in this new age era.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Dropping back, it's Russell. They're all over him. And he gets it away.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Keelan Russell. Out wide right, it's Dickey. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
Well, it's a great job by the quarterback there, understanding you're being blitzed, you know you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, so find the back, get it into his hands quickly, let him go pick up the first.
With the catch, it's Johnson. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Alabama pushing the tempo. Drops back on first down. Taking a shot. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Really nice timing on that throw by the quarterback. Took his steps, he pitched, he got rid of it quickly on the line, put it on his guy running straight down the field, and he's able to catch it in the end zone.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And that's a great job by the defense not letting that bird out of the cage. When you can run like this guy can, you got to keep the edge. Did a great job. He went backwards, retreated, gave up some ground. They didn't give up the outside, got the sack on the play.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Buys time to his left. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it in their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Brought down by the defense as he barreled forward for a pickup of 9. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Underwood. They'll run the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Here comes the heat. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Changing the routes with his receivers. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Throwing Russell. Finds a spot in the middle. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st down. Run in the red zone, it's Sticky. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them into more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick give. It's Wilson. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Right side, it's Sticky. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. Russell will throw for it on 4th. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the option. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Rides to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Well, the defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Trying to escape and get it himself. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, this quarterback's athleticism, I think, makes it a little bit easier for you as a head coach when you decide to go for it on 4th down, because if it's not there to throw the ball, his athleticism can just take over. He can go get it himself and keep the drive alive. Really nice job that time by the QB.
Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Just feeds the running back. Hard running there. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the quarterback wants that throwback, guys. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to drive down the field here in a 2-minute situation. We're going to get the lead. We're going to have the momentum going into the first half, but he got too aggressive. And he should have thrown that one away or eaten it, because now the other team has a chance to score.
Snags it, and there's running room. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He will not get there as the defense stops him again. Turning to the running game here on third and goal. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Play action with Underwood. Sends it downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Takes it the other way. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. He took a hit as he couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime. They couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score.
Look, guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Quarterback keeps it. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this first down. This offense has it with really good field position. He's changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Rush right in his face. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
We'll see if they can get a little better protection after the sack. It's 2nd and 12. Avoids the punishment with the slide. A good gain on that run.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
They're not into threes. They want sixes, and to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Off the RPO, full right, looking for the change. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. Here's Hardy. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the 3rd. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal.
Goes on, the ball's out after that big play. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Keelan Russell. He's not afraid to go deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This has been a tight one, 3rd quarter, all tied up. It's now 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Fires to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Guys, look at this. Surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Russell. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense, a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Tie ball game as we play in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Swamped immediately.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get nearly enough done on 3rd down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Keeping his eyes downfield. Unleashes one. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They've got it back. Tie game, waning moments, and a chance to put... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. And that's a really good example of making the first thing first. What I mean is, you worry about milking the clock? No. How about taking care of the ball?
No doubt. In this 2-minute situation, right, with the game on the line, ball security has just got to be at a premium, and it's mistakes like that that cost you games.
Alabama quickly back to the line. Russell on play action. Oh, look out, the ball's free. And the defense got it. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and he's going forward, and he's loose.
Man, what a blow for this offense. You got the football.
The Wolverines headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Way to pass. Out wide right, it's Hardy. Still on his feet at the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The Seminoles right after the huge play through the air back to the line. They got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Past the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 40-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. We stopped that for a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Across the 25, he's got room. Changing on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a 1st down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. They'll run the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Hardy. A 5-yard pickup there leaves him with 3rd down and 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Sends it back in motion. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Right side, it's Brown. They'll make the stop about... short of the 1st down.
And it's decision time on this first drive. And I choose aggressiveness, right? Set the tone in this football game. You got a 4th and short situation. Trying to get points on this drive. Establish yourself. Be aggressive here on this 4th down.
So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Play fake, Underwood. Fires deep toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Lagway. Out wide right, it's Hansen. Still running at the 40. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Makes the grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Throwing, Lagway. Rushes on. And down he goes.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up with tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Third down from the gun, DJ Lagway. Got the back over the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Fourth down, Lagway. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Lagway wants to throw. Stepping to the right. Slings it downfield. Right side, it's Hardy. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. After the holding penalty, the offense will try to hang on with a 1st and 20. Running inside, it's Hardy. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Throwing right. It's caught. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all over him, and it's 1st and goal at the 9. And the Noles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll run it. It's Hardy. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So it's an 80-yard drive, and what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Underwood on the play action. Look out! Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2. And, man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. Back's got it on the screen. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Great awareness that time by the safety. He's obviously spent a lot of time.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. They'll go with Hardy. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Play fake Lagway. Under pressure and down he goes at the 33.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the 2nd play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Seminoles will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's Underwood to throw. They're all over him. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The Seminoles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They go play action, Bryce Underwood. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to Hardy. Finds a little bit of room. Picks up 4 out to the 13. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Making the adjustment. 4th down, Underwood. Buying time to his right. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's going to take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Trying to take it back. He's inside the 40.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early 2nd half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Florida State!
And you gotta love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. You had a big lead, you take the ball right away here in the 2nd half, you drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Underwood. Under pressure. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Wolverines racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. How to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Underwood in the gun on third down. Finds his target. There he goes. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
These last two plays really are a microcosm of what...
Makes a deep grab. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Quarterback changing the play. Throwing, Underwood. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. Made the grab in the end zone. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Here's Lagway to pass. Left side is Hardy. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Yeah, great catch, but great read. I love the quarterback understanding. You're going to see the blitz. I'm going to get the ball to my running back quickly, let him get the first down. Nice job by the quarterback seeing that really fast.
Here's a give to Hardy. Defense all over it.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Moving the pocket, it's Lagway. Out wide right, it's Hansen. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
The Noles are moving quickly down the field. Lagway. Here comes the heat. And it's a sack. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And now on second down for this offense. Snaps it in the shotgun. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. He's stopped.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. They'll try to run it in with Hardy. Got enough for the first down. Offense on the move. Hey, big play there. Gets it to the 30.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
Little over anxious. Out of the stands early, and it's a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Throwing, Lagway. Right side, it's Hardy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This offense could not have executed in this situation any better, just draining some time off the clock. Sets his feet, it's Lagway. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, sticks that big mid up there and grabs it. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And, man, that's a little frustrating. I like the job by the quarterback. Get the ball out. Let your receiver make the play. But just understand when the play's over. Like, I'm not going to cut that back up. I want to get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible.
The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hardy. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense is making it tough. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They'll run it with Hardy. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they've used their last timeout, and now the offense can start burning the clock. And it's good! And now the lead's extended a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here's Underwood to throw. Rush right in his face. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Moves the pocket. It's Underwood. Rushes on. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
And how about that rush off of the edge? You could tell, man, playing pass all the way. Your team has a lead. Getting later in the football game, he's just pinning his ears back, and he flies off the edge and gets the big sack.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
2nd and long here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He wants a big play here late. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. They'll give it to Hardy. Inside the 45. Got room at the 35. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Michigan. Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, a big key for this offense. We knew coming into this this one was to get the running game established, and they're wasting no time, David. Great vision. He gets into the second level, is able to make people miss, and he is off to the races for an early score for this offense.
So nice to have a playmaker you can get the football to, and he can take it all the way down the field, make people miss, outrun them, really set the tone for this football game. First possession, running the football like that, just how they wanted to start.
On the run from inside his own 5. Fullback's got it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Long way to go on second down. Keeps it moving, it's Lacy. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, and I like teams that are aggressive. When offenses go empty and spread you out, you only got so many guys to protect your quarterback, and the linebacker comes through and hammers the quarterback and gets the sack.
Touchdown, Wolverines! Stealing a score on special teams. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And what a terrible play. You just can't run back into the end zone like that, and it's going to be a safety. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And the Wolverines will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Wide receiver comes in motion. Reed taking a shot on the first play. That was an eyelash away from being picked off, and that is not the way to set the tone with a near pick on your opening drive. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Straight ahead, it's Sutton. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block that. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On the gun, on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
That is the dream start for this defense. Come out, stop them on first down, stop them on second down, force them into a third down situation, and get a takeaway. This defense just started this game exactly how they wanted to. Now they got everybody jacked up.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll ride him again. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Underwood from the gun on third down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Tackled way behind the line. It'll be a loss of 7.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Fires one high and deep. He's got it on the outside. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Rebels come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Takes off. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Motion from the wideout. Throwing Reed. Fires to the wideout. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll close in on him after a good return. people about to kick it off and get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. They put the brakes on him.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th.
Well, it's not quite the start this offense wanted to have on 3rd down.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He will be stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, at this point in the game, 4th and short, no problem going for it. 4th and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Tough run here. It's Jackson. He's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Owls. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And they did tack on the extra point. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Down 7-0, and they'll have a chance to match the score on this drive. Breaks the tackle. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Pass to 50. Inside the 40. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Here's a give to Hardy. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Give to Brown. They've got him corralled.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Underwood. Looking down the middle. Finds a man by himself. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
On the play.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice to...
Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Wolverines. The extra point here would tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Out wide right, it's Singleton. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Jackson. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Owls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on second down. Slots it away.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Another incompletion on third down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long.
Booster.
Snapped it, and he has to have it. Throws for the tight end. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it.
Tell you what, coaches catch heat a lot nowadays, especially on social media. I expect him to catch a lot of heat. 4th down, long yardage situation on your own territory, and you want to go for it, and you fail, and you're surprised. You definitely shouldn't be surprised. Just don't check.
Throws toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that was a play call the coordinator had in his back pocket. He was hoping his defense would get the stop on 4th down. They did. There was no question. He was telling his quarterback, if we take the field, we're taking a shot. You know who you're throwing it to. What a great job of having a shot play ready to go, and it pays off.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. On the delay, it's Jackson. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need a bunch on second down. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Throws to the wideout. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On third down, he drops to throw. Right side, it's Harbor. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Fresh set of downs going up top. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
What a nice answer by this defense. You give up the big play, you respond right back, you get the sack, create some momentum for your side. Nice job by this defense staying with it.
They'll move the wide receiver. Second down, gonna throw it. Right down the middle. He makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Out wide left, it's Fleming. On the move at the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Jackson. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Turns it upfield, and they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Escapes the pressure to his right. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
It's a really good decision by the QB there. 3rd and short in the red zone. You know he was tempted, though, to try to force that football into a tight window. You want to move the sticks. You want to score a touchdown. But because you throw it away, you still have that opportunity if head coach decides to go for it here on 4th.
Temple hoping to convert on 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Temple! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Caught on the RPO. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Second and long here. Throwing, Underwood. Look out! Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Play action with Underwood. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Again, it's Underwood. Moving to his left. Looking left. At the 45 on his way. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
He'll pull it down. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll work his way down to the 28.
To the wideout. He's brought down at the 28. That's a first
The Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hardy. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country, and his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
What a grab with one hand. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. They'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
This is a good sign for...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Underwood. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Got a little space. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets a block. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. All even here in the third quarter as they get set to snap it on 2nd and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Misfired on first down, back to the air on 2nd. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
They were all over it.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Fires to the wideout. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here, when it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Needs it here on 4th down. Spits it out to the back. Got a man, it's Jackson. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think a really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Hits inside. It's Jackson. They get him on the ground, but he's got enough to give Temple the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
Back to pass, it's Mateer. A shot toward the end zone. And they're not on the same page there.
I think the QB wants that one back. You know, you're down here in the red zone, tighter areas, hard enough to fit it in, but definitely not wanting to fit it in against double coverage, and he misses, and probably a good miss, because that could have been worse.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Right down the boulevard. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to Hardy. Stop right there.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
They go right back to Hardy. Plows through the defense. He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Here's Underwood to throw. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires on the move. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time, they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Using his legs, it's Dickey. Headed to the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. It takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's a give to Hardy. Looking for room at the 25. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Right back to Hardy. He's past the marker. Open space at the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
Number 0, set to advance on the football.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. To the air, it's Mateer. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll leave it with the lone back. Turning it on. Pass to 6. The 40. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Owls. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Underwood. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Just smothered on the play.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wide receiver going in motion. They give it to him again. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Looking for space. It's Nicky. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on fourth down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. Lead is still at double digits, but missed a chance to make it bigger.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the...
Looking for a deep man. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. There he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Owls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. To the ground. He's got it again.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again. Get it to the running back. Try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Gonna run it. It's Dickey. The offense coughs it up. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Now, a 4th down.
The Owls will try to convert on 4th down. They'll run the sneak for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the first down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not